Now it's time for Open House, sponsored by Pyramid Heating and Cooling.
You know, if you've ever tried hiring a contractor out there or even finding one, it can be a hard battle these days. And we got some big reasons why. So I brought on my good friend, Kayleen McCabe. You might have seen her on any one of the home improvement channels out there on TV, but she's also a speaker, a skills trade ambassador. Welcome to Around the House Northwest, my friend.
Thanks for having me, Eric. It's always awesome to get the chance to hang out with you and catch up.
Oh, it's always fun. It's been too long. I miss those days of us hitting the trade shows so often.
I do too, and then some days I don't, because not traveling winter now is kind of nice, because, we're suffering a skilled trade gap across all trades. While, you and I'm possessed with sawdust and mechanics, but we're seeing it in the auto or the aerospace industry as well. And so traveling nowadays is a test in patience, we'll say.
Yes, it is. And we're going to have to get some more trades out there because, we're seeing it's one of those things that's bad for the homeowner. It's great for the tradesperson, right? All of a sudden now you got electricians and plumbers making six figures a year, and they're not having to pay for college. It's a really great deal for them. But the homeowners are now going, hey, why are things so expensive? And it's because, well, there's a employment battle for people in the trades these days.
Absolutely. And we've been seeing this battle for a few years. And honestly, we should have seen it coming. I mean, a lot of us did years ago because we had been pushing forever that the only pathway to success was college. And as somebody who didn't go to college but became quite successful because of the trades, I knew this was a lie. And so, we're a few years outside of really things turning around. There has been a lot of movement, a lot of funding has come into career and technical education, which is great. And now we are starting to see schools, in high school starting to promote all options for great careers.
Yes.
So, I know it's great. We've been seeing it for a while, but gosh, is it challenging because we just need more awareness and really, hi, are you breathing? Come join us in the trades because we have a career for you. Hey, what do you want to do? We got it all.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're getting ready as well, though, is to lose another generation that's getting ready to retire again. That 60-year-old contractor out there that's like, hey, I think I'm about ready to, head to the beach, for good and keep the boat out going all year long instead of just a couple days a year because they're working. We got to get the people in there to replace those cats.
We do, and I'm really concerned because with the folks retiring, we're losing brain power. We're losing the folks who know how to pass on this knowledge. And so I'm requesting a few things. So for all of your viewers and your fans, if you know the trades, if you're thinking about retiring, consider teaching. Come into the school systems. There's been a lot to make the transition easier coming off the job site into a classroom as far as credentialing and training. And look, teenagers are always going to be teenagers, but in all fairness, teenagers are just like apprentices, so it's fine. So please don't retire without passing on some of that brain power. But then it's also, all right, let's get students and parents excited about this. How do we let the other gatekeepers know that there are great careers out there? You mentioned it earlier that the lack of debt that we're seeing our fellow coworkers with is impressive. And, we know from research studies like NCCER had a really good one on restoring the dignity to work, that on average, you're not paying off that simple bachelor's degree that you think you might have to have until you're 45. And so as a parent, how in good conscience can you encourage your child to have to go to college to become successful when there are some great career opportunities that will eventually most likely pay for college? We want smart people in this industry. And so I'm working with a lot of employers who want to educate, want to employ, want to give benefits to. They want long-term employees. So I don't know, we're coming together with some good things. But if you're going to retire, just please share a bit of your knowledge before you get on that boat and go fishing.
That's a good call because we have so many good people out there that are just getting ready to call it a year, and say, okay, I'm going to hit retirement. Why don't you get some more benefits? Head to the schools and, get yourself some insurance and stuff like that. That many contractors of that age just kind of went, we'll be fine. And that's a big change in the trades as well. Is just the benefits package because, I know an electrician right now here in the Portland metro area where this show is broadcast, and he's had for a couple years now a $20,000 signing bonus just to hire an electrician.
Whoa. Man, you'd be pretty bright to take that.
Yeah.
Trade funds forever. But it's true. I mean, you know, we're looking at the supply and demand issue. We're looking at long-term things. And so employers are really incentivized right now to have great long-lasting employees. And by being creative, I mean, I come out of residential construction. We didn't have health insurance or retirement plans or sick days. That's not a real thing. Sorry, but it's not. But now I'm looking at a lot of commercial and industrial job sites and companies, even some of the larger residential contractors. Do you want to know who they are? They just all formed a nonprofit called Building Talent Foundation, and it's the top 20 residential contractors in the U.S. And like number 20 had like $1.2 billion worth of work. These are the big kids. So if you want to go into residential construction, you want to work for one of those top 20 because they are offering benefits and furthering education. We're looking at groups who are going to provide for their employees certificates, credentialing. You will leave some places as a journeyman with your license. What? Now you can take that and go anywhere in the world. Stay home and make a bunch of money. It's awesome. It's a win-win.
Yeah, that's a smart call. Because that's just one of those things. And nowadays, I mean, even if people I don't want to work out in the heat and the cold, there are places where you can be out there with these modular home people out there that are doing this, where you can be working inside the 70-degree temperature 24/7, whether you got the day shift or the night shift, and you're still building homes. You're just doing it inside.
Completely. And here's the best part. Let's say one of your viewers right now is a parent and they're like, well, my child really likes playing video games and being inside. I have a hard hat that has a Windows 10 computer on the back, HoloLens that fold down. And now I can modify and work with my BIM, building information modular, whatever, like my blueprint in real time. I mean, I need a conference call. In any level of construction, I need to conference call people back to the offices. I also need to work with doctors and lawyers. And so when we think of working in the trades, you could be on a job site. In all fairness, Eric, it's so much fun on the job site. Because now we're in an industry where they're making it safer by taking the cords off of the job site. They're making everything battery powered. They're also making things ergonomic. I mean, I put on a suit not long ago where me, with my stature, I could pick up a 300-pound person. We're looking at technology really evolving things, and there's a way to keep us cool. Some of the heavy, if I could do heavy highway, some of that machinery drives itself, and you have air conditioning.
So, Kayleen, we're going to run out of time here. What's the best way for people to track you down? And, if there's a parent out there that's maybe thinking about something for their kid that might not be the best fit for college, and they're really good with what they do, and you maybe want to enhance that a little bit, what do you recommend?
KayleenMcCabe.com. That has links to all my social sites. You can directly email me. On there is also information on the free webinar that I give to school districts and to parents talking about the 5 pathways after high school graduation, where I not only talk about that, and then I connect you locally, like with business and industry. So you can find all that information out on my website. And then, feel free to email me. I will encourage and harass strangers to get into the trades, probably till all my hair goes gray.
Kayleen, my friend, thanks for coming on today. And thank you for what you're doing out there, because you're making a huge difference out there.